Andorra la Vella, the heart of Andorra, a unique capital between tradition and modernity. Andorra la Vella, the capital city of the Principality of Andorra, is a small yet remarkably distinctive city nestled in the heart of the Pyrenees Mountains. It is a city that combines natural beauty, rich history, and contemporary innovation, creating a dynamic atmosphere where the past and future coexist in harmony. Though Andorra is one of the smallest countries in Europe, measuring only about 468 square kilometers, its capital, Andorra la Vella, is an essential hub of political, economic, and cultural activity. Located at an altitude of 1,023 meters above sea level, Andorra la Vella serves as the seat of the government and the principal center of commerce and tourism in this landlocked country, which borders France to the north and Spain to the south. Despite its relatively small size, Andorra la Vella is one of the most important and visited urban centers in the Pyrenees. Its location at the convergence of several rivers, surrounded by steep mountain ranges, offers breathtaking landscapes and a sense of tranquility that has drawn settlers and travelers for centuries. Over time, this small city has grown from a remote mountain settlement into a bustling capital that attracts visitors from all over the world. Whether through its historical landmarks, its role as a center for cross-border trade, or its importance in the modern global tourism industry, Andorra la Vella offers a unique fusion of old-world charm and contemporary vibrancy. The history of Andorra la Vella can be traced back to the early Middle Ages, when the area was first settled by the ancestors of the modern Andorrans. The town's strategic location in the Pyrenees made it an important crossing point for travelers, merchants, and armies alike. The history of Andorra itself is quite unique, as the country has long been a microcosm of political and social structures that reflect the blending of various cultures and influences. The origins of Andorra's unique political system can be traced to a series of historical agreements between the French and Spanish co-princes, who jointly governed the country for centuries. This system of dual leadership remains in place today, making Andorra a unique political entity in Europe. Over the centuries, Andorra la Vella has evolved from a rural mountain village into a modern urban center. The city became an important site during the medieval period, particularly in the 12th and 13th centuries, when it served as a meeting point for the surrounding agricultural communities. During this time, the city witnessed the construction of important structures, including the Church of Sant Esteve, a Romanesque building that still stands today as a significant symbol of the city's religious heritage. The Church of Sant Esteve and other landmarks from this period continue to reflect the deep-rooted traditions and cultural identity of Andorra la Vella, even as the city has expanded and modernized in recent decades. Andorra's long history of co-sovereignty has also influenced the development of Andorra la Vella, as the city became a political center where decisions affecting the entire country were made. Throughout the centuries, the city's role as a crossroads of different cultures and political systems helped shape its identity. The local population, known as Andorrans, have historically been known for their independence, resourcefulness, and strong connection to their mountainous environment. These traits have contributed to the development of a society that values local autonomy and unity, even in the face of external pressures. In more recent centuries, Andorra la Vella began to develop more into a modern urban center, particularly during the 19th and 20th centuries. The arrival of the automobile and the development of better roads in the 20th century brought an influx of tourists to the region. Andorra's position as a tax haven, with favorable fiscal policies, also helped drive its economy, particularly in the retail and finance sectors. As a result, Andorra la Vella saw rapid urbanization, with the construction of new buildings, hotels, and infrastructure to accommodate the growing number of visitors. Despite these changes, the city has maintained its historical character, and many of its old stone buildings and narrow alleyways still evoke the city's long-standing cultural heritage. The contemporary city of Andorra la Vella is a striking blend of old and new, where modern architecture coexists with centuries-old traditions. Today, the city serves as the political, economic, and cultural hub of Andorra. It is home to the Andorran government, including the offices of the Prime Minister and the General Council, the country's parliament. The city's central role in Andorra's government is reflected in its many important public institutions, including museums, galleries, and theaters, which showcase the country's rich cultural heritage. One of the defining features of Andorra la Vella is its tourism industry, which is one of the driving forces behind the city's economy. Andorra as a whole is renowned for its skiing resorts, shopping, and outdoor activities, and Andorra la Vella is no exception. The city is surrounded by beautiful mountains, offering a wide range of outdoor experiences, including hiking, skiing, and mountain biking. The nearby Grand Valira and Valnord ski resorts, two of the largest ski areas in Europe, attract thousands of visitors each winter. During the summer months, the city becomes a base for tourists seeking to explore the lush valleys, forests, and picturesque mountain landscapes that surround Andorra la Vella. Beyond its natural beauty, Andorra la Vella has also become known for its high-end shopping and luxury goods, particularly in the areas of jewelry, electronics, and fashion. The city is one of Europe's most prominent duty-free shopping destinations, thanks to Andorra's status as a tax-free country. Shoppers from across Europe and beyond come to the city to take advantage of the wide range of goods available at significantly lower prices compared to neighboring countries. This influx of shoppers has led to the development of an impressive array of shopping malls, boutiques, and commercial centers throughout the city. Andorra la Vella's role as a financial center is another key aspect of its modern identity. Over the years, the city has established itself as an attractive location for international businesses, particularly those involved in banking and finance. Andorra's favorable tax policies, which include low taxes on income and capital gains, have made it a popular destination for wealthy individuals and corporations seeking to take advantage of its tax advantages. This has contributed to the growth of a sophisticated financial services sector in Andorra la Vella, with a number of international banks and financial institutions operating in the city. Despite its small size, the city has developed a reputation as a significant player in the world of offshore banking, investment, and finance. Andorra la Vella's cultural life is vibrant and varied, with a thriving art scene that draws on the country's diverse history and international connections. The city is home to several cultural institutions, including the Andorra la Vella Art Center and the National Auditorium of Andorra, which host a variety of performances, exhibitions, and events throughout the year. The city's annual festivals, such as the Andorra la Vella Music Festival and the Festa Major, offer opportunities for locals and visitors alike to celebrate Andorra's cultural heritage with music, dancing, and food. Despite its modern amenities and thriving economy, Andorra la Vella has managed to preserve its traditional character, particularly in its old town, where narrow streets and stone buildings recall a time when the city was a quiet mountain settlement. The Casco Antiguo, or Old Town, is a maze of cobbled streets, charming squares, and historic landmarks that offer a glimpse into Andorra's past. Here, visitors can explore ancient churches, traditional shops, and local cafes, where they can sample traditional Andorran dishes, such as trinxat, a potato and cabbage dish, and escudella, a hearty stew. The city is also home to several public parks and green spaces, providing a respite from the bustle of city life. The Park Central, one of the largest parks in Andorra la Vella, offers walking paths, playgrounds, and gardens, making it a popular spot for families and tourists alike. Additionally, the proximity of Andorra la Vella to the surrounding mountains means that outdoor activities such as hiking, cycling, and nature walks are easily accessible, offering an excellent balance between urban life and outdoor adventure. One of the defining aspects of Andorra la Vella's modern development is its commitment to sustainability and environmental conservation. The city's leaders have worked to integrate green spaces, energy-efficient buildings, and sustainable transportation options into the urban landscape. The Andorran government has also invested heavily in renewable energy sources, with wind and solar power playing an increasingly important role in the country's energy mix. As a result, Andorra la Vella is not only a modern and vibrant city but also a city that values its natural environment and is committed to reducing its carbon footprint. Politically, Andorra la Vella remains the center of the country's government, housing the Andorran parliament and the offices of the co-princes, who serve as the heads of state. Andorra's political system is unique due to its co-princes, one of whom is the President of France and the other, the Bishop of Urgell in Spain. This dual leadership structure, established in the 13th century, continues to shape the country's governance and gives Andorra a unique political identity. Albeit a small city, Andorra la Vella punches well above its weight in terms of its cultural, economic, and political significance within the Pyrenees region. It remains a symbol of Andorra's history, its ability to adapt to modernity, and its connection to the natural world that surrounds it. Its combination of old-world charm, modern innovation, and scenic beauty makes it a captivating city for residents and visitors alike.